Back in Week 4, the Falcons lost a blowout in their previous game against the Armadillos. Can Houston sweep the series? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we are underway from Houston. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down, it's Allen. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Darby. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
On second down now, it's French, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. Darby. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. High dancing past him. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good position, 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Darby. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On a return, it's Hyde. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense taking over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try the left side. Solomon, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Darby. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Darby. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They'll run on first down. French broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On third down, it's French. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
55 rushing yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
7 yards to pick up there.
On second down, it's French. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Operating from the gun, Darby. Now he'll escape to his left. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Solomon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Darby. That is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the first down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs